This AI tags hot leads inside of your Instagram DMs so that you can stop wasting time on tire kickers, and the best part is I'm going to give you the template of what I'm showing you in this video completely for free. Now the problem you're likely facing is that you're drowning in DM chaos. You have 100 unread daily DMs and you can't really tell who's a serious match, who's just browsing, and who is actually someone I want to work with. You're wasting 15 plus hours a week chatting with people who have no budget and don't even fit your service, and hot leads are buried amongst the ones that you don't even want to talk to. The average small business receives between 50 to 200 Instagram DMs every single week, and 67% of customers expect a response within 4 hours. Now, what if AI could tag the conversation before you even look at it? The solution to this problem is the AI lead scoring system, where AI analyzes every single lead. It automatically assigns a tag to the lead if they're an ICP match. It syncs those tags to your tools such as ManyChat and DM Tracker, and it allows you to focus on what matters and filter your follow-ups by priority. Now, what determines this AI score and whether they are an ICP or not? An ICP signal is a profile that indicates an ideal customer match, and a cold lead signal is a profile that doesn't match your ICP. Now, this is 100% customizable based on your specific criteria that you have inside of your business. The tech stack you'll need to build this out is an N8N account, where we're going to build the scraping and the AI analysis logic, ManyChat, where we're going to be able to capture new conversations and send the data to N8N. We're going to use DM Tracker, where you can organize all of your follow-ups and filter people by tags so that you can focus on the highest priority leads. And finally, we're going to be using Data Prism inside of N8N to actually scrape the leads profiles. Now, how does the system work on a high-level overview? First, the lead sends you a message on Instagram. ManyChat receives the message and sends it off to N8N. N8N then scrapes the Instagram profile and analyzes the data using AI. We then send the tags back to ManyChat and DM Tracker, and you're then able to organize and filter by priorities inside of both ManyChat and DM Tracker so that you know which leads to talk to. Now, where do the tags appear? As I already mentioned, the first part is DM Tracker. DM Tracker is a CRM tool for Instagram that allows you to organize every single lead in your Instagram inbox so that you never miss a lead again. You can organize them into different follow-up stages where you will be reminded to follow up with leads based on specific time buckets that you configure. You also get a ton of insights such as reply rates on your outreach, which outreach messages perform best, as well as follow-up statistics so that you know how your team is performing. With the use case I'm about to show you in this video, you're going to be able to go to your follow-up board, filter by tags, and select a specific tag for an ICP match, such as, for example, hot lead, which will then show you only those leads which have the tag applied so that you can prioritize follow-ups inside of your Instagram DMs as well as conversations. Now, the second place it's going to go is inside of ManyChat, which is going to allow you to instantly filter by conversations and take a look at the entire conversation for specific tags if you prefer that over DM Tracker. Now let's go ahead and build this. First things first, you're going to need to go to the free school community in the description down below, where I've linked this specific template on screen. Now, if you don't have an N8N account yet, go to n8n.io or go to the link down below in the description and sign up for a free 14-day trial. Once you've done that, simply go ahead and click on Create Workflow, which is going to open up a blank canvas. Click on the three dots and click on Import from File. There, you simply need to import the file that you got from the free school community down below, and you're going to see what I'm seeing on screen right here. Now, the logic here is very simple. We receive a webhook from ManyChat. We then check if we already did the entire detail scrape process for this lead. If we didn't, we go ahead and scrape their profile. We send the data to OpenAI. We save all of the lead details inside of ManyChat. And if they are an ICP match, we add the ICP match tag to the lead. Now, before we adjust this to your specific business use case, all you need to do is configure the OpenAI credentials so that we can actually generate an AI response. For this, simply click on the Messenger model node, click on Credential to connect with, open the dropdown and create a new credential. Next, you'll go to platform.openai.com/API-keys and create a new secret key. You can sign into the platform using the same credentials that you use for ChatGPT. Simply name it any way you want. Click on Create Key and copy out the key from right here. Go back into N8N, paste in the API key, and save your credentials. If it says credentials tested successfully, you've done everything correctly up until this point. Make sure that inside of the platform.openai.com site, you go to your settings, go to billing, and actually make sure you have a payment method linked to this platform because you're going to be charged by token usage. The cost for this is going to be very minimal, and you're likely to spend 1/10 of a cent per lead that you do this for. Once you've done that, we can go and redirect our focus to the system prompt down here. Simply click on this little arrow right here, and it's going to open up the entire prompt. I've pre-created this, meaning the entire prompt is already configured in exactly the way that you need. This first section here, you do not need to adjust. We're going to be using that for the logic of the remaining flow. But down here where it says ICP criteria, I have it configured to mark a person as an ICP match if more than 2 of the criteria is met. And I then have primary qualifiers as well as some disqualifiers. Now you can adjust this for a specific business. In our case, we want business owners, coaches, CEOs, entrepreneurs, etc. But in your case, it may be different. You may want men only because you're doing fitness coaching for men. You may want people who are doing sport so that you can help them with the recovery process. You may have a service for agency owners only, so you may only want agency owners. So whatever your specific use case is, you need to adjust the ICP criteria in this node right here. Once you've done that, you can simply go ahead and exit out. And from here, there's only a couple things that are left to do. We need to go to the set keys node right at the beginning, click on that, and first we're going to get our ManyChat API key. For this, simply go into ManyChat, go to settings, scroll down and find API, and here we're simply going to copy out the API key right here. Go back into N8N and paste that in. Next, we're going to get the ICP tag. Now going back into ManyChat, you can find the tag section under automation, scroll up, and either you already have the ICP match tag if you've used some of our other templates. If you don't, you can simply add the tag and name it ICP match. I'm going to hover over this, copy out the tag ID for the ICP match tag, go back into N8N and paste it in right here. Now the final thing we need to do is get our scrape API key so that we can actually scrape everything. Now for this, we're going to go to dataprism.dev. I've put the link down below in the description, and using my link only, you can get 1,000 free requests, meaning you can scrape 1,000 Instagram profiles completely for free with no credit card required. Simply sign up, click on API keys, create a new API key, name it whatever you want, click on create, and copy out the API key. Go back into N8N and paste it into this field right here. We now have a fully functioning N8N flow, and as soon as we receive the data from ManyChat, we're going to walk through this entire flow and tag people if they're an ICP. Now let's jump into the ManyChat portion of this video, and if you don't already have a ManyChat account, simply go ahead and sign up using the link down below in the description. They also have a free 14-day trial. Once you've done that, go back to the free school community in the link in the description and go ahead and import the ManyChat template. Once you've imported that to your ManyChat account, you're going to see what I see on screen right here. What this flow does is anytime a new contact is created inside of our ManyChat, we wait 20 seconds and then we send the request to N8N to actually scrape the details. Now all we need to do is configure the webhook in this node right here, and for that I'm going to click on the main webhook right here. I'm going to go to the production URL, copy out the URL. Now I'm going to make sure the flow is saved and that it's turned on and active. Go back into ManyChat, click on the N8N flow node, and simply replace the request URL right here. I'm going to go ahead and click on save and click on update. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in this condition so that we actually don't send unnecessary data to N8N, meaning if the lead details, which is something that we also save inside of the N8N flow, we save the details into the lead details variable. If that has any value, we don't even proceed. And if it doesn't have any value, we do move ahead and proceed. This is especially valuable because you may not just want to do this for new contacts. You may potentially want to do it for anybody who sends you a message. In that case, all you need to do is go to settings, go to Instagram, and for the default reply, simply select the AI tagging flow, click on it, click on the default reply, and make sure it's set to every time. Now, every time somebody sends you a message, it's going to actually walk through this flow and update whether they're an ICP or not. And this is incredibly useful if you want to do it for ongoing conversations that you're already having. If you want to do it for new contacts only, you don't need to do this step, and you can simply turn off the trigger and do it for new contacts only. We're then going to go ahead and click on update. And in order to test this, all you need to do is send an Instagram DM to the Instagram account that you have connected in ManyChat. Before you do that, make sure that you are not an existing contact. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead delete this contact, select delete, and this is now going to trigger a new contact whenever I send the message. I'm going to say anything. In this case, I'm going to say hi, which as we can see triggered in ManyChat, and a new contact was created, which triggered the AI tagging flow. Now we do have a smart delay in here because for new contacts, sometimes there's a little bit of a delay before the person actually has a username value, which is what we need for this flow right here. Now, if we go back into our n8n flow and go to executions, as we can see, the execution is currently running, meaning it's processing all the data for the specific lead, and it's now completed. If we go in, we can see that it went ahead and scraped the details because there's no details present. It's a new contact. We scraped all the information on the lead, which is my own account. We went ahead and sent that information to the OpenAI node, which then actually generated all the information that we need: first name, personalization, and whether I'm an ICP. In this case, it's yes. And because it is an ICP match, after saving the details into ManyChat, we went ahead and added the ICP tag. Now, if we go into ManyChat itself, we can see that I set it. It went through the process. It then set the lead details field to have all the information about me as a lead, and we added the tag ICP match. If we go ahead and refresh this, we're going to be able to see that the ICP match tag is added right here. Now, inside of ManyChat, you can easily filter with a condition for the tag being ICP match, and it's going to show you only ICP match conversations so that you can prioritize those. Now, the final missing element is taking this tag and actually syncing it to DM Tracker. In order to do this, you need to complete the DM Tracker setup inside of the DM Tracker onboarding flow to make sure that your ManyChat is connected to DM Tracker. And all we're going to do is go into the AI tagging video, and at the end of this flow right here, we're going to go ahead and connect this. But before we actually add the tag inside of DM Tracker, we're just going to wait around 30 seconds to give the flow enough time to process. After 30 seconds, if we have the tag ICP match assigned to this specific contact, we proceed and we actually add that tag into DM Tracker. Just make sure that if you click on the DM Tracker node, that you have the correct authentication token and the correct organization ID linked. If this has a timestamp at the end of it, delete it and re-add it. So if you see one with a timestamp, that's the incorrect one. Make sure you have the authentication token added. When signing up to DM Tracker, you actually have, for a limited time only, the option to get on a quick 15-minute call with me where I can take a look at your Instagram sales strategy and help you configure everything and understand what the opportunities are when it comes to automation and AI. So if you need any help with configuring it, just get the free 14-day trial for DM Tracker, get on the call with me, and I'll be more than happy to help you. I've now gone ahead and updated this, and I'm going to show you one more time the entire flow with adding the tag inside of DM Tracker. For this, I'm simply going to delete the contact that just went through the flow, and I'm going to send another message on Instagram. We're now simply going to wait for the flow to complete. It's now running inside of n8n, meaning it's currently scraping the profile data and all the information. We've added the information inside of ManyChat, meaning we have all the details about the lead saved here, as well as the ICP match tag added. And if we refresh, it's going to be inside of here as well. And if we go inside of DM Tracker, we can see that the Emil Systems contact, which is my Instagram account, was added, and we have the ICP match tag added right here. We can filter by contacts who have the ICP match tag to see the specific leads. We can also go to the follow-up board and filter by ICP match to see the leads who need a follow-up. Now, since I'm a new contact, I'm not yet in the first stage, but as soon as I appear for the follow-ups, I'm going to be able to filter by these specific tags. Now, if you're planning to make this a flow where you're going to add in the default reply, meaning it's going to take away from the regular DM Tracker template that you have, all you need to do is make sure that this up here, and I'm going to leave this in the template for you guys, is connected, meaning as soon as somebody sends any message, we track that message inside of DM Tracker, which is needed regardless, and then we proceed with the remaining flow to add the ICP tag if they are an ICP match. Now, let me quickly recap the free templates that you're getting. You're getting the complete n8n workflow, the AI scoring prompt framework, the ManyChat integration and the template, the DM Tracker sync configuration, the Data Prism setup guide, and 1,000 free requests included, and all the templates are available completely for free in the School community in the description down below. A couple pro tips that I want to leave you with: start broad, then tighten. So keep your ICP criteria a little bit too broad at the beginning. AI may make mistakes, so keep it a little bit broader and refine over time. Review the leads weekly to make sure that, especially in the first 1 to 2 weeks, no people are being tagged as not ICP, even though they are an ICP. And track your performance stats over time, see if it's actually working accurately, and use the DM tracker and the analytics that you have there to improve your DM game over time. Now, the next steps for you are to grab the free templates at school.com/omnifusion. And if you want us to build any sort of automation on Instagram for you, including automating your conversations, tagging people, and doing any sort of custom stuff, visit omnifusion.ai, schedule in a call, and let's have a chat to see if it makes sense to work together. I also have a ton of other free videos on this channel with free templates for building your own AI appointment setter, running split tests for new followers, and many other cool use cases that you can use to take your Instagram game to the next level. And with that being said, I hope you have a great day. Please leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you found it valuable, and comment any questions down below. I'm going to be replying to every single one of them.